Okay, what is happening, people?
How we
why
doing? How we feeling?
why the hell were we so late though?
Oh,
Tell me.
because we were just recording absolute chitty bang bang videos for you
Were we?
guys. Yeah, we were.
Sorry for being late. We were, almost an hour late to when we scheduled it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, but it's good. I mean, it's all about good content, and that's what you guys want. We're trying to get you as much content out as possible, most accurate content out as possible. So, it's pretty exciting about the couple videos that we're going to be bringing out here.
yeah, for sure. We will be doing a mock draft today, and if people want to join the mock draft, Badaki, can you let them know how they can go about doing so?
Absolutely. If you guys want to join a mock draft, all you have to do is join our Discord. Link in the description. The link is in the chat. Make sure you join the new Discord. Okay? We get a lot of people saying, I don't see the link. It's because you're not going to the description or in the chat. Whether you're watching this now or later, join the new Discord in the description. Then what you want to do is go to the Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, the left of your screen, and then go to content releases. There's a little drop down there. You go to content releases, and that's exactly where I'll be posting the link to this mock draft each and every time. So one more time, join our Discord, go to Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, then go to content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting the link to the mock draft here. And I'm gonna send that link out right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Just while he's doing that, we see you guys in the chat. Again, sorry for being late. Recording content just went over time today. But we see in the chat, Macy says 16 days until kickoff. That's actually insane to hear 16 days. What's up, Mr. Trace? What's up, Sam? Let's see where JT falls in this mock. Oh my gosh, right? What's up, Mighty? Welcome in. Mighty Booch says JT, Brees, Etienne falling like Tom Petty. What's up, Tyranol? What's up, Gator? What's up, WG? What's up, Angelo? Welcome in, Jello. Good to have you in the stream. So yeah, we see you guys in the chat.
Jello, how you doing, baby?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. All right.
Rip a fat cone, bro.
Baby, fat cow. Oh, bro, now you're Gym Shark, brother. You gotta get me on a plan. I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah?
No, Jello's buff now. He's brawling.
Oh, he was always buff, though.
I mean, he always was, but like, if I'm not mistaken, he's like a personal trainer or something like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so get me on the system.
We have one spot left. Just so everyone knows. Okay, and now we are completely full.
Now we're
so this is a 12-man PPR non-Titan premium, and let's go ahead and get this thing started.
All right, let's do what we do. Let's do it best. Understood?
Understood.
Understood.
Okay, so Justin Jefferson goes 101. No surprise there, really. Then we see CMC off the board. And let's have a look here. Let's have a look.
What do you think?
A couple options that I have here. But no need to overthink it. Let's go ahead and grab Tyreek Hill.
Okay. Makes sense. There goes Jamar Chase there. I feel like we have our first redraft league starting for you guys.
Yep.
Our draft this Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely stay tuned for that. With the Alpha League, so shout out to the Alpha League. All right, Ty.
Just watching Fantasy Stock Exchange. They are doing a live stream as well. They're killing it. Like love what they do. The running backs, the way they're falling, you can tell everyone listens to the strategy videos. Like many running backs falling beyond round 8. It's so funny.
Yeah, it is wild how like late those running backs are going right now.
I love it. Got my 12th in my draft this Friday. Let's see how it goes. Good luck, Styles. Gator says I'm in a slow draft for a redraft league. Kelsey went 1. Wow.
Oh boy.
Tyreek Hill over Cooper Kupp. You could go either way. Often what we say is when you're this high you know, in a first round pick, you have to kind of nitpick. You have to find small reasons to not trust someone. And honestly, as simple as it is, to start the year with a hamstring injury, it's a little bit concerning for an aging wide receiver. We know that the only thing that really fixes that is time. And I think he will be fine. I think he'll be ready to go week 1. You could honestly go either way. But I currently have Tyreek Hill projected for 182 targets, Cooper Kupp for 177. I think they'll be very, very similar. But yeah, I prefer Tyreek Hill. I have to find some small differences between those top elite guys.
Yeah, and I think even if you were to take Matthew, like if you're concerned about Tua being injured, okay, we'll take Matthew Stafford out and then keep Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill in. Who would you rather have? We've saw the history with Tyreek Hill with a backup quarterback and him still being successful. May not be averaging the 20+ points per game that he was doing in the earlier parts of the season, but still, I mean, I think the way that they're going to utilize Tyreek and how he is still going to be fantasy relevant with the backup quarterback will be great. But with Cooper Kupp, I think it's a little bit different there, in my opinion.
He's still my wide receiver 3.
Still my wide receiver 3 as well, with Cooper Kupp. But just wanted to bring another point as well when we think of that.
Okay, so the first round. This isn't that common, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs and 5 wide receivers. We typically see more wide receivers in the first round than we do running backs. So people are switching things up. They're trying something different. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. We see Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown all off the board. And let's see what comes back. No worries. Again, like, let's say I drafted at the 3 spot in 3 leagues in a row. I'll probably take some Cooper Kupp. You know? I want some variance in my lineups. But Amon-Ra St. Brown off the board. Yeah, very curious to see where Jonathan Taylor goes. There goes Waddle.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I was telling myself if Garrett Wilson's not here, I'm going to go Patty. But okay. I'm going Garrett Wilson.
All right, Garrett Wilson off the board at the 2-6. I like that.
If this is the start I'm getting, see you there, boys.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that pick for sure. I think Garrett Wilson's going to dominate the target share there in New York.
Oh, you know, your Commanders are playing right now as well.
Yeah, I'll probably just watch it later. It's so hard to do a stream and watch. And mock drafts. Okay, damn. Tony Pollard, 1 pick ahead of me. That's rough to see. That definitely would have been my pick. So let me pivot here. Pivot. Jeez. I'll grab Josh Jacobs.
Makes sense here.
I feel like Calvin Ridley just goes before me almost as like a troll at times. But no, I'm sure people love him just as much as me, to be fair.
Where is he going right there? What's that? What's that?
4? I was hoping he might fall to me at the 3-3, but I'm sure people love him just as much as me, to be fair.
14. He's wide receiver 14 there. So, I mean, to be fair, it is wide receiver heavy right now. I mean, there's a lot of wide receivers going right now.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes off the board at the 3-1, then Travis Etienne. I'm back on the board here. And, man, this is tough.
A couple different options that you can kind of play.
I'm going to grab Mark Andrews here at the 3-3. Okay. Give me Marky Mark. Style says, is this JT news not similar to Eckler earlier this offseason when the Colts say, okay, see who would want to trade for you? I think the only difference is the timeline, Styles, because we are currently, like Macy said earlier, 16 days away from week 1. And it comes out now that they're going to allow him to see if anyone wants to trade for him. That is really concerning to me that there's no conclusion to it at this point of the year. If this was like 3 months ago, no big deal. Okay, they're going to let him explore trade. But for this to be happening right now, when Jonathan Taylor should be just practicing with the team, with the guys in the locker room. First off, the fact that they've changed their stance and they're willing to trade him is concerning. And secondly, the timeline is really, really concerning. Because trades take a long time to happen, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I would agree.
It's concerning time.
I would agree. It's concerning time. I would also say something that exactly. That's what Mighty Bush just said. The Colts have their quarterback now, and they feel really confident. And I think if this is the guy, it's going to change a lot of things. And I think also another difference of this situation is that Austin Ekeler is 28, 29 years old. Jonathan Taylor would be a more wanted asset for other teams. The price is going to be significant. Where the Chargers probably wanted a first for Austin Ekeler or a second for Austin Ekeler, but nobody is going to really pay that for a 29-year-old running back.
Yeah, no. I mean, I actually I put a tweet out there. I was like, here's a list of the teams that are going to be willing to send the Colts a first-round pick and pay Jonathan Taylor a huge contract. No one's going to be willing to do that. And I feel like the reason he is wanting a trade is so he can be paid. I just don't see anyone doing it.
Let's see, goes at the 3-8 there. I mean, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. RB 11 off the board.
Yeah.
I mean, if he does play week 1 for this, I mean, I'm happy and comfortable taking him there. I had him as my RB 9 before all this nonsense was happening, even with AR-15. I don't think he's going to return that top 5, top 6 type of return with Anthony Richardson. Hypothetically, with all these rumors weren't there that he wants to get traded, he was injured, him and Jim Irsay are upset at each other, whatever the case may be, I'm comfortable taking him at the 3-8 there.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so Mixon, Taylor, Aaron Jones, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, all off the board. You went Mixon as the RB 10 overall. Where do you have him ranked at the moment?
My RB 11. Oh, RB 10.
Oh, okay, nice.
He's my RB 10. Okay. Sorry, I'm just watching. I was just watching this little play because I just saw Zay Flowers catch a ball and I wanted to.
Yeah.
He's still not playing, but I just rewinded. I wanted to see a highlight of him.
Right.
Yeah, he's the RB 10. Obviously finished as the top 8 running back this past year. A lot of significant workload in the air this past year as well. So I'm happy to take him here. I mean, 60 out of 75 targets. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Style says Ridley went at the 4-2 in my draft last Friday. I think the community is just a tad bit higher on him. Yeah. I felt like I was way too high on him, but now I can't even get him in the 3rd round.
Yeah, and I think that is my concern, kind of how high are we really going to be taking Calvin? I have him as like my my wide receiver 16 right now. He went 14 here, if I'm not mistaken. In the 2nd round, I guess that's kind of where you're going to have to grab. You might have to reach a little bit just to get Calvin in some scenarios. So,
yeah, stick to the process, gang. All right, Deebo Samuel goes at the 4-3. Christian Watson at the 4-1. Yeetman says, are we dropping Kindre for Evan Hull? In redraft, I think that makes a lot of sense. In Dynasty, absolutely not.
Yeah, agreed.
Is Cooper a bad pick at the 3-6? No, I don't think that's a bad pick at all. I think he's going to have a huge year. And, who's someone I was considering as early as a 3-3, to be honest with you. But yeah, I currently have him statted out for 159 targets, just under 100 receptions. So I think he's going to have a great year.
This is great.
Ramondre
My
Stevenson off the
RB,
board.
my RB 11. Joe makes my RB 10. Ramondre my RB 11. A lot of people are concerned. We've seen Ramondre fallen. I'm still believing in Ramondre here and returning. What's this? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I feel comfortable.
Sure, I hear you. Okay, Miles Sanders goes off the board. Definitely feel like Josh Jacobs is like I would feel comfortable drafting Josh Jacobs in all formats now. Would you agree?
Yeah, I believe the rumors, but once I see him in practice, we get photos, we see him running, I'm there. You know, don't want to jump the gun too early. Like for example, if he drafts tomorrow, I think you have to take the risk of Josh Jacobs being there with the reports. But what happens if like something happens within that time?
Yeah,
you know.
Okay, interesting spot to be in here. Oh. Okay. I have an idea. First though, we're gonna grab a little Christopher Godwin.
Oh boy. Talk to me.
Welcome to the squad.
410. The 410.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it.
I just can't get a board. I mean, I just don't know if I'm comfortable with Chris Godwin in a redraft perspective this year.
And we will stack Lamar with Mark Andrews at the 5-3. You know, went quarterback early, which I don't love, but I want to try and see what this stack could look like. Chris Godwin. I'm very comfortable with Chris Godwin this year. I think he's going to end up being a value. I know Baker Mayfield's a quarterback there, but to me, between Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, I'm more concerned about Mike Evans myself. I don't see a scenario in which Chris Godwin isn't getting 25% of the target share in Tampa Bay. And yeah, it might not be the best quarterback play for sure, but Chris Godwin has overcome quarterback play in the past. Currently have him statted out to get 137 targets this year. So I don't think he's going to be like an absolute monster, just under 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. But I think he's going to be good. He's going to make the most of his opportunities. And obviously, it's clearly a downgrade from Tom Brady. But Tom Brady wasn't really playing his best last year either. I think we have to acknowledge that as well. Coming off an ACL, Chris Godwin ends up being the wide receiver 19 on the year. Yeah. I'm fine to take Godwin there myself.
I guess the real question is, who's the quarterback there?
I think Baker Mayfield.
Who the quarterback is? Okay.
No, I don't. I don't really think it does, to be honest. I think he'll be the most reliable receiver myself.
Okay, that's fair.
Moxie says Chris Godwin's so consistent, nothing boom, but will consistently give you weeks. Yeah, exactly. Gator says he was trying to get the Moore Field stack.
Sorry, brother. Yeah, I saw him there. I was like, let me do this now because I know he's not going to come back. Honestly, Brandon Ayuk was there. I think I would have taken him over Justin Fields, to be honest. I felt really comfortable in that tier. But it's okay.
Style says, can Kendre be a fantasy relevant player year one alongside Jamal and Kamara when he returns? I think that all depends on how the first 3 weeks go and if injuries occur to one of the two. Right now, it looks clear that Jamal and Alvin would be ahead of Kendre in weeks 1 to 3. We do anticipate Kendre getting a good amount of opportunities, and if he just dominates, I could see him absolutely being relevant year one. But if he's just okay and still learning and still kind of coming into the NFL trying to find himself, then it's unlikely unless an injury occurs. But he's definitely one of the best handcuffs for sure, in my opinion. And I think he has a talent in the body build to lead a backfield as well.
Yeah.
Hearing the Jonathan Taylor news as a Colts fan, I'm crying right now. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here for the Colts fans.
It is rough, man. Sorry about that. It's not ideal, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, Moxie, I wouldn't really want Godwin to play the X in a Baker Mayfield offense. I wouldn't want him to play outside with his skill sets. I'd prefer him to be in over the middle of the field myself.
It's hard to really envision that offense with Baker in the center.
Sure. Gator says, when you do a lot of leagues, how do you balance getting your guys, but at the same time changing it up? I think our answer to this would always be tiers. Yep. Follow tiers in rankings. That way you're not reaching. Don't love going 2 running backs in the top 5, but I'm fine with it. Sam says, who did he end up with?
Oh, he went Cooper.
Oh, so he's got
top 5.
Sanders and Damian. Gotcha.
Pierce, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, so Deontay Johnson off the board. TJ Hawkinson, Mike Williams, Justin Herbert. I like that little stack there from Styles. And we see Alexander Mattison, James Conner, and Alvin Kamara all off the board. Can't lie, I was definitely hoping that Conner or Madison might fall to me. Unfortunately, that's not the reality, and that's okay.
I don't have to go. This is tough, man. The wide receiver room is tough right now. I mean, it's not. As my wide receiver 2 here.
Well, you waited till the 6th round to take a wide receiver 2, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. I mean, man, I think I have to go George here.
Okay, George Pickens off the board.
Let's see who comes back to me at the 7-7 here.
Marquise Brown off the board. David Montgomery, another guy that I was definitely interested in drafting. But that's okay. Let's see what Daniel Macy does here. He always takes players that I like, so I would not be surprised if he ends up doing it again here. Jordan Addison. Certified my guy. Drafted right ahead of me. Of course. Of course he was. All right, we're going to grab JSN then. We'll grab Jackson Smith and Jigba. Feel very good about JSN this year. Both he and Tyler Lockett should be great values. Where did Lockett go at the 5.9? So I feel pretty good about getting JSN a full round later.
Not bad. Not bad here.
Do we drop Kendra if you have Kamara? I think it just depends on how deep your benches are. But no, I don't think I would until like week 3, week 4. What are your expectations for Drake London this year? Daniel Macy says.
Oh, I have him going. I have him, finishing pretty well personally. I mean, we kind of, once again, you want to take it with a grain of salt. But Desmond Ridder, and we kind of alluded to this in our video that we just recorded. He just looks. Desmond Ridder looks significantly better than Marcus Mariota.
He's at least competent.
Yeah, and that's what's really exciting for me. But this year, I mean, I can easily see him finishing as a top 25 wide receiver, and that's me giving him a lot of grace,
Yeah. Where do I see him finishing? At the moment, I've given him like a healthy 28% of the target share. I think he and Kyle Pitts are going to dominate target share. I'm on the board here. Let me grab Rachaad White before this gets too ugly. We'll grab Rachaad White there. Yeah, I think he'll get a very healthy percent of the targets. But even 28% target share in an Atlanta Falcons offense, which I have only passing the ball 467 times, that's not very many, is only 131 targets. I still think this is going to be one of the league's heaviest rushing volume offenses. Have them at 554 attempts on the ground, which, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of attempts. Let me see. That would actually be third most in the NFL. And as far as passing attempts go, I currently have them as the second fewest. So last year, same offensive coordinator in Arthur Smith, right? And Arthur Smith makes them like the second highest rushing volume offense in the NFL. Then he drafts a first-round running back. Hard to see this offense changing drastically, but I do think it will be more efficient for Drake London with better quarterback play. So I'll say like excited for him. I don't think there's like a top 12 ceiling per se, but I do have him currently ranked as my wide receiver 24.
Yeah. Which makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
James Cook, Treylon Burks. I was hoping for Cooks to come back to me there. It's all right. Let's see who else comes back. And I'm watching this drive of Sam Howell. I think you're going to be pretty impressed.
Yeah. No, he's looked good.
He looks great, man. He's staying in the pocket. He's taking his time. He's going through his progressions.
Yeah.
There goes Zay Flowers there.
Love the Brandon Cooks pick, by the way, at the 8-2. I think that's a very, very good pick.
Let's see what else we can go here. I mean, I have my quarterback.
Quentin Johnston off the board.
Quentin off the board.
Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram's off the board.
Tank Bigsby, Mighty says. Yeah, I mean, Tank looks good. Just friendly reminder, though, he is playing versus second stringers. And actually, a lot of the first string offensive line were playing for the Jags. I think he looked good. I'm totally with you. But just important to keep expectations slightly in check, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Appreciate you, Mr. Cinco. Team 7 looks good.
He's loving it. Okay. Let's see what Sam does here at the 8-7. Went Kittle in the 7th. Goes Trevor Lawrence in the 8th. I'm sure that team 2 was probably hoping to stack his Jags. He's got Etienne and Ridley.
Yeah.
Pat Freiermuth goes off the board. Tua Tags goes off the board.
Tua in the 8-9. I love to see that, baby. Talk it up.
Just trying to look for a player. I want to see where he's currently at. Oh, okay. You know, all right, we're gonna grab Dalvin Cook here, and let's see how the turn goes. I currently have like Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall seeing very similar opportunities this year. I think it's important to note that Dalvin Cook got, I think it was like $8 million for a 1-year deal for like on a yearly basis. That's the most money any running back got in free agency, including Miles Sanders and David Montgomery. So I think that's just important to note. I do believe he'll play an important role in that offense. And I'm excited about what he could do through the air as well. We know he's a good pass-catching running back. Aaron Rodgers, plenty of years utilizing multiple running backs through the air. Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook. You can make an argument that he just has an upgraded version of that in New York.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes absolute sense here. I mean, Dalvin at the 8-10 being an RB3, I don't think it's terrible, especially if you haven't projected 50-50. That's if you're looking at 50-50 workload. Reese going at the 4-12, getting Dalvin at the 8-10. Clearly, Dalvin is the better value there.
Yeah. I was gonna try and see like what the difference is between them on a year. I have about a 20 PPR point difference between them. So I mean that's about 1.17 points per game. It's not very drastic.
Yeah.
And the next player I'm going to draft is probably going to be a little bit shocking for some people. Let's see if he remains available. But if you know this channel from last year, there was one player that I was just extremely all the way out on. Well, there's a couple, but I was very vocal about not drafting this player. I didn't feel like he was worth it. And now I feel like he's a good value. That's Gabe Davis. I cannot believe it. Give me Gabe Davis here at the 9-3.
Can't believe it.
You know, a player who was going in what? Was he going in like 5th round last year? Is that right?
Yeah. 5th round, and I remember he was going in the 4th round and on underdog.
I don't feel like too much has changed, so yeah, I'm happy to take him there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Not hot take. JT is going to the Dolphins. Players almost never go where it makes sense. JT's not going to the Dolphins. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that would make a lot of sense, but you're right. It typically doesn't happen that way, and
yeah,
I do not see the Dolphins giving up a first-round pick to add Jonathan Taylor. I'm not saying that he's worth it or disrespecting him, but yeah, no one's giving a first-round pick for Jonathan Taylor. Juju off the board at the 9-6.
Okay, well, I'm just going to continue to punt that then. Take Khalil.
Khalil Herbert off the board.
Give it to Khalil. Emmanuel Forbes with a big tackle here.
He's not a big boy, but he's doing his
Not
best.
a big boy, but he got a big tackle.
Yeah.
Well, that's Paul. See, he made a big tackle.
Yeah.
He looks good. What's the reports on him in camp, by the way? Have you heard?
No, he looks good. I mean, hard to trust because I feel like everyone's excited about their rookies, but a lot of people are saying he looks really good. He's been one of the standouts on the defensive end and really versatile ball hawk type guy, causing a lot of DPIs and interceptions. So, yeah,
okay. It's not bad.
We'll see what actually happens, but that's the reports.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you were so pissed. You were so pissed. You wanted what is it, Gonzalez? Forgot his first name.
Drusa says if the Colts say they want a first, they actually want a second. A first is just a starter for negotiations. Could be. But honestly, like, think about it. Like, Jonathan Taylor was a second-round pick himself. Breece Hall, Ken Walker, all second-round picks, you know. I think the issue isn't so much just the pick, in my personal opinion. The pick is, the issue is more someone having to pay him as well as giving up draft capital. I struggle to see a team doing that, but I definitely could be wrong. And we could see it happen. I struggle to see that being a possibility. I'll never forget Zach's reaction when the Commanders drafted Forbes.
Oh man, he was so pissed. Because you were like so confident. It's Gonzalez. It's Gonzalez.
It had to be.
There's no one.
It made so much sense.
No one else. There's no one else in this world that this team was gonna pick. It's Gonzalez. You were so pumped.
Yeah.
And then
Gonzalez is probably gonna be a star. Watch. Yeah, I don't know.
Christian Gonzalez.
At this point, you just gotta let the chips fall wherever they will.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah. It was the same with
Let's change the clock to 30 seconds here.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, so excited about their rookies. So true.
Ironic that the Colts won a first when they were the last team to trade a first for a running back, Trent Richardson.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's
actually so true.
That's not happening.
All right, I'll take Money Mooney here.
All right, Darnell Mooney off the board. Devon A-Chain off the board.
Devon A-Chain, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
at the
Watson.
10-8.
And I feel like in the 10th round, why the hell not? Rashad Bateman. I'll grab him.
City, baby.
Betting on this Ravens offense to do pretty good here. It's Devon.
It's Devon. Oh, man, what a day already.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's 16 days until kickoff.
I know. It's coming up so close.
7 hours. Shout out to Sky Hansen. Miss you every day.
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, no. Wow, I mean, your ones are played the whole first quarter, but now started the second quarter, they're playing.
Ron likes to know what he's got for sure.
I mean, Terry's out there, Jahan's out there, B. Rob is out there. I mean, obviously Antonio Gibson, whoever is one. So interesting.
Okay, so I like the late round Anthony Richardson pick from Team 2 there. Not a sexy pick at all, but probably the number 2 receiver on his team. I'll grab Allen Lazard there.
Yep, makes sense. Makes sense.
And I don't mind this team. Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, I like the stack.
Yeah, I don't mind the team either. I like this team. I like my team as well a lot. I feel like this could be the way to go on Friday night.
Yeah, could be.
Let's see.
Unless people are scouting for the draft right now.
Oh yeah, everyone is scouting.
Any worries on Jacobs missing camp and it affects his production? No, not really for me.
I thought about it.
It would be different if he's just on the couch and eating potato chips every day. But my guy's working out. He's remaining healthy, and I mean they gave him 80% of the carries last year. He'll be an important part of their offense.
Yeah, I definitely thought about that. Styles, he hasn't. If we remember correctly, my guy was getting touches at the Hall of Fame game ever since the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
I think he played almost every preseason. Got his body, he was getting hit, acclimated. Not saying that it's going to affect him, but I won't be surprised because he hasn't been hit and how small of a span and window he does have until week 1. Maybe he is going to miss a game or two. But I think that's kind of projected with everyone. A lot of people are projected to miss a game or two. I mean, I think we projected Josh Jacobs last year to miss a game or two.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, apparently Terry McLaurin hurt his leg.
Oh really? I mean, I'm watching this game and he's in the huddle right now. 1st and 20 in the second.
Oh really?
Second quarter. It's in the this is not live.
Oh okay.
I'm watching it from the start. So I wonder when he hurt his leg. And the person that scored a touchdown for the Ravens was Zay Flowers, which was got him in space, which is nice. That's not good that he hurt his leg though. Not sure why he's in the game this late. I mean, how long did he play for? Jalen Hyatt right off the board right before me. I mean... let me lock up this backfield. Killian Roscoe there. Yeah, Macy, Sam Howell is looking real good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching the game or rewatching it. He's driving the ball down the field. I don't know if it's the first or second defense for the Ravens. He looks poised in the pocket. He has a lot of time. He's going through his reads. And he's playing safe, which is great. Good to know. So,
I hope this isn't a serious injury though for
Terry.
For Terry, yeah, we'll find out. I'll go Shark here.
Shark, do.
And then, why is Deuce Vaughn so high? I guess we're in the 13th round. I guess a little surprising to me. I'll grab Kenneth Gainwell here with my last pick.
He has been looking good in camp. In preseason, you can't. We say it all the time. Oh, he's going deep. You have to take it with a grain of salt, but like what he has done is great.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if we see him be the running back 2 behind Pollard, maybe in the second half of the season.
Right. He could. Yeah. It would be. The thing is, I feel like it would be different if he was like a big body that could complement Tony. I feel like Rico Dowdle is going to get that work, but we'll see.
Yeah, look, I can definitely see that pathway as well, but I just think he looks more explosive. Clearly, hard to take down. Clearly, I think they can utilize him in so many different ways. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I just won't be surprised in the second half. It's like shit. Deuce is getting some work.
Yeah.
Who do you guys play week 1? Out of curiosity.
Let me double check. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Week 1, we play the Cardinals. That's right. I remember, because everyone in the Commanders, like Washington fan base community or whatever, is like, if we don't beat the Cardinals, like we're actually awful.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway, guys, we did not reach our like goal today, but do appreciate you guys hanging out with us and having a good time. Anything I'm missing here?
No.
Before we in the
great
stream?
Content. As always, great content going to be released this week. Another week closer to the NFL season. We are going to be live on Friday night, your guys' time, for a live real redraft league with our alpha community. So definitely stay tuned for that if you want to do some scouting or if you want to see what that looks like for you guys in your real leagues. So that kicks off this weekend or this Friday, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's kind of all the same.
That's it then. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. And we will see you in the next one. All love.
Love.